Whoops. Whoopsie daisy. Screwing up on the gosh darn scenes. So here's the deal. We're playing Tetris 99. I haven't done any pre-games, and I haven't played in a little while, so it's going to be a little rusty for the first couple games. And am I going to use that as an excuse? You bet your ass, but should I? No. Also, hello, everybody. Block blood indeed, Lizzie. Block blood. And Clip Clap's trying to get me hydrated because he's concerned about my health. Alrighty. That's not what I wanted to do at all. We're just kind of throwing bricks places. We're just kind of throwing blocks here, there, and everywhere. We're just, we're just getting an idea of how the matches are gonna go. We're not taking it too seriously. We're not getting upset. We're just out here seeing what kind of situation we got brewing for ourselves. Shall I get my Nintendo and join later? You should. The more the merrier when it comes to Tetris. That's how Tetris 99 occurred. Nintendo and Tetris Company were like, how do we make this better? 98 enemies. Which is coincidentally the title of this stream, as I will be facing off against 98 enemies a game. Even though earlier today, when I was getting a picture for the announcement that it was going to be Tetris, I saw a article called Tetris 99 Fraud, because supposedly sometimes they fill out these games with a bunch of computers so they get to 99, and I gotta tell you, I was shocked. Downright flabbergasted. I trusted Tetris and Nintendo with my life. And what did they give me? Garbage. Lies. It's unbelievable. It's unacceptable, really. It's downright ridiculous that I have to sit here and play a game with a bunch of computers. What am I? In the 90s? Playing without games that have internet connectivity? What the hell? We got out of that, and now we live in the golden age, where I can play against 12-year-olds all over the world. Time to wind down watching Kirk get irritated with Tetris. You know what? I'm gonna surprise you today. I'm gonna surprise you today. I'm gonna be cool. I'm gonna be cool as a cucumber that loves Jesus. VeggieTales. I'm gonna do it. Does anyone even know what VeggieTales is anymore? Or is that just for the people who grew up in the church? Does anybody know what VeggieTales is? I do. I don't even remember VeggieTales. I just remember them being around and people talking about them. Like, I don't remember a specific VeggieTale to save my life. I just know that it was Bible stories as told by vegetables. Because they were like, you know what's going to spice up the Bible for kids? Food they hate eating. VeggieTales. Uh-oh, I've unlocked core memories. Your aunt has a Nintendo DS? Your aunt's pretty cool. I doubt my aunt even knows what a Nintendo DS is. I see you wrote something that I would love to be able to read, but I'm in the middle of a high stakes battle of Tetris will. No, I don't think it's gonna happen. I don't think it's gonna happen. Nope, we're done. 17, not bad for a first game. Not bad. Celery, due to bankruptcy concerns from jury decision, Vischer lost control over VeggieTales in 2004. Does that mean VeggieTales are up for grabs? That's gotta. Somebody has to own it. There's no way nobody owns VeggieTales. I was trying to remember the theme song, but I saw the VeggieTales ended due to bankruptcy. You didn't charge your Switch again. You didn't charge your Switch. Squirtle, like, this is day one shit, man. Day one. Keep your Switch charged. You never know when you're going to have a Switch emergency. She also has a Wii. I mean, I guess you mean Wii. A Wii, too. Damn. Your aunt is a Nintendo kid. The Switch is my first Nintendo purchase since the DS, which I played for a little while. But I wasn't super into Nintendo after Nintendo 64. I switched over to PlayStation, which I think was a better decision for me and my my preferences. It's charging right now. But that's the problem, Squirtle. That's the problem. It shouldn't be charging. It should be charged. We shouldn't even be having a discussion about is it charged. It should just be second nature. Is it charged? Of course it's charged. Why wouldn't my Switch be charged? I'm prepared. I'm like a Boy Scout, but with Switch. See, I haven't even gotten frustrated at a single game of Tetris. However, I'm a little frustrated with, you know, people not being prepared. I'm not going to say any names, even though I've said their name while doing this fake rant. Say it's your Switch. It's your life. Also, I haven't been moving it to attackers like an idiot. No wonder I didn't have any... Oh, I forgot about moving it to attackers or to KOs. You were in Boy Scouts? Were you? Because if you were in Boy Scouts, you'd be prepared. I kind of wish I was put in Boy Scouts. I have a feeling I'd be a better human being if I was put in Boy Scouts. I would have been more social. I would have been more prepared for survival situations as well as the corporate world. Sass from Kirk. Look, sometimes you get 2 barrels of sass. Okay? Sometimes I'll get at you with that sass. You don't want me to give you too much sass and it become a thing, then it just turns into a sass hole. My roommate thinks I have to have a child somewhere because of my humor. Apparently my puns are too dad-like for there not to be a child somewhere. Just looking for their father, and their father is me. You turned into a Sasquatch. Man, Girl Scouts, I'm going to say something. And, you know, obviously Girl Scouts are a good thing for girls. I'm not saying they're a bad thing. I would just rather they don't guilt trip me outside of grocery stores. Like, I went to a grocery store to buy food, maybe for the week, and there they are out there going, do you want to buy our cookies? Do you want to help me succeed? And it's like, I would love to help you succeed. I also don't want to get diabetes, and I just spent money inside the grocery store. Maybe I'm on a budget. I don't understand what IKR is. Is that new internet speak that I'm not aware of because I'm old? Dang. Killed somebody with a lot of medals. I know, right. Okay. That makes sense. I've just never seen it before. Look, we're learning. We live and we grow and we learn another day. Girl Scout cookies yesterday. Whoop! Mini teaspoon. Well, I don't think this is a victory run, but it is a pretty good run. I'd say I'm doing a pretty darn good job, if I do say so myself. Anyways. Like, I'm totally cool Girl Scouts selling cookies, like, basically anywhere else. To me, it just feels not cool to do it in front of a grocery store. And it also feels like you're not allowed to criticize them. It literally feels like they're a protected group where it's like, okay, well, they're just trying to learn how to be businesswomen. And I'm like, yeah, well, learn about location. Like, this isn't where we want the Girl Scout cookies. Even though it is, in theory, a decent spot, because people are there to get food. They see the Girl Scout cookies, then maybe they make a mental note, they make a change on the way in to what they plan on buying. But that's not me, dog. I've planned what I'm going to buy at that grocery store an hour before I've left the house. And now you're throwing a wrench in my day. And it might sound like crippling anxiety the way I just said it. Oh, come on. You're not going to give me that one? Fine. No problem. I'm technically a Gen Z, so I know this. I found my grandpa's old flip phone. Hot damn. You can pretend to be from an age where flip phones existed. A Girl Scout table at an anime convention. They probably made over 100 since nerds love that stuff. And it still works? Well, I doubt it makes calls. It probably still turns on. There ain't nothing wrong with wanting Girl Scout cookies. It doesn't make you a nerd. It means you have taste buds. There were those Girl Scouts that set up outside of a pot dispensary. Yeah. That's the most genius idea. The Girl Scouts that set up outside pot dispensaries, those are the girls that are going to make it in life. I know this is well-trodden comedic territory, but the girls that were like, who's going to want Girl Scout cookies? People that just left a marijuana dispensary, they understand logic and they understand business. Especially because most of those guys did probably bring cash. So they're going to be leaving with change. And that change might as well go into the pocket of Big Girl Scout. KO. Hey, give me another one. Why don't you give me another one? I mean, I don't mind throwing out more lines everybody's way. It doesn't bother me. Remember when it was brick phones and flip phones, then slide phones, and now smartphones. Slide phones were a very interesting stop in the world of cell phones. Because I had a version of a slide phone. I think it was called the Juke. Wait, no. I think, wait, was that the Windows answer to the iPod that failed? That was Zune. I think Juke was a cell phone that I had for a while. That I was just impressed by how small it was, and little did I know, eventually we would be playing full movies on our phone while we were in bed about to go to sleep. And we would need the biggest screen with the highest possible resolution. I had a slide phone, I broke my phone, put all the things in my backpack, and it crushed it. Oh my goodness. Cell phones, man. Back before they all, like, turned into basically the same thing. There used to be such variety between cell phones. Now it's just like, what brand of square box do you have? With the sidekicks and the Blackberries and weird Samsung stuff. Getting mad about Tetris, getting mad about Girl Scout cookies. Look, I don't have time to get mad about Tetris, but Girl Scouts? I will get furious? Yes, I mean, truth of the matter is, I'm not much of a sweets guy anyway. I would much rather prefer a savory or salty treat than a sugary one. Like, I always was really into dark chocolate. I think milk chocolate's too sweet. Especially, like, not to sound hoity-toity, because I haven't even had chocolate from other places, but, like, it does seem like American chocolate is just way too freaking sweet. Even the dark chocolate has a bit of a over-sweetness. There's just sometimes where I want the saltiest salt and vinegar chip you can find. I just want a salt and vinegar chip that is literally going to burn my mouth. Just like that's what I am in the mood for. I'm in the mood for torturing myself with salt. Phone won't make calls, but it still plays music. Oh my gosh, ringtones. I didn't have a lot of ringtones, but I remember when they were a thing. And it's like, oh my gosh, my phone has to play this song. And it's like, but you can just listen to the song. If you have like a CD player. Oh man, CD players. Back in the day, carrying around your music. They were all burnt CDs, but you still had to carry them around. Yeah, we're done. 23. You're craving barbecue chips? I'm not craving any food. I'm a little thirsty, which is why I'm taking some water. Yeah, I remember breaking over time 2 different CD players, 2 Discmans, and always having extra batteries because like the worst thing was when suddenly it's playing 95.5 The Bull. Is that a radio station? That sounds like a fake radio station from Grand Theft Auto. 95.5 The Bull. Wasn't 95.5 KLOS? Did that change? I mean, I assumed terrestrial radio was dying. I didn't know it was already dead. It's country? That sucks. Not a big fan of country. I mean, listen to whatever you want to, man, but it's very hard for me to listen to country. And I can admit some country, like there's some country out there that's like good musically, but then it's just like I still don't like listening to it. What? Whoa, 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 buddy. Whoa, partner. It was a pretty big screw up that I turned into at least 1 KO. I like old country sometimes. Sometimes. What right now? Like I went through a period where not music, but the people who make my favorite music really let me down. Just by being knobs in some ways. So lately I've been listening to a lot of Hall & Oates, which is shit that like my parents would listen to. A lot of Hall & Oates, and some hardcore bands here and there. But yeah, metal, punk, hardcore, ska is usually my jam. Yeah, the K-pop thing flew over my head. A lot of things have flown over my head recently. And I try to keep an open mind to them, but I also understand that it's okay for me to admit that I just don't get this. I don't get it. It's not for me. I have my my faves and my go-tos, and that's okay. I don't have to get things that I don't get. Playing heads. I'm adopted from Korea, so I guess that's a start to learn. More into J-pop, though. There are some metal bands from different countries that I'm into. I believe Maximum the Hormone, for example. I think they are from Japan. I got really into them because an old roommate was really into Death Note, and I guess Maximum the Hormone does the theme song to Death Note, but they also make some other pretty tasty tunes. There's also a movie. There's a band called Crossfaith, and I don't know where they're from. And they sing in English, but I think they're from Possibly China? Maybe Korea. I'm not sure. I don't want to be wrong. I just have a feeling they're, based on when I saw them, I don't believe they are from America. Could be wrong. K-pop was when I started understanding new gen music. 30. Getting worse. There's new music coming out by a band that I'm really into called Closure in Moscow. And I don't really even know what to define them genre-wise as. I just know that they're fun. And they're a bunch of weirdos. I remember seeing them live. They were just a real bunch of weirdos. I have a feeling all of these are robots based on how they load it in. None of this is real. It's all a lie. But yeah, Closure in Moscow was a fave of mine for a while, and they came out with a couple. Well, they came out with one album that was real different. And I was like, well, this is a weird direction for them, but I like it. And then it took them forever to make another album, probably because being a band doesn't make any money anymore. So it's hard to get that shit together. But yeah. I don't know what to talk about now. The music conversation just ended naturally, and now we're just in the zen of Tetris. I don't think the silence will make me any better. Upset stomach. Is that a band, or are you telling us you have an upset stomach, or is that a band that's, or a artist that's super... Okay, it's starting to look more like just how you're feeling. Wow, okay. Well, this is possible. Uh-oh. It's like Seto is playing Among Us. Is he still streaming? Ramen. Oh, job searching. I remember not liking it even when I had a job. You gotta keep going, man. Need that income so you can buy things like flip phones and your favorite band's albums from your local record store. Is he? I thought he was playing. I mean, it just showed up. It just showed a second ago that he was playing Among Us. So maybe he got tired of whatever you was a Cult of the Lambs. saw a review about that. I see more reviews of games basically because of zero punctuation than I probably will ever buy again. He isn't live. Oh, so he's playing private. I probably shouldn't have said anything. Called him out. Like, oh shit, playing Among Us with his secret friends. Did I give away some Patreon exclusive? I'm gonna sow discontent in his Discord. You're like, what? He's playing Among Us? I thought he reserved that for his platinum tier subscribers. I'm supposed to get a notification. I have no idea how this shit works. You can probably tell because the stream is, while the stream kind of looks good in terms of design, I literally have no idea what I'm doing. Sounds sus. Everybody just starts, everybody who comes to my stream, all of you lovely people, you just start messaging him on TikTok and you just write, sus, bro. Why is everybody writing sus? Nope. 14. I realize you have the I Love Wieners hat. Yes, I do. This is the I Love Wieners hat. Because I like going to Wiener Schnitzel and buying wieners to eat. What is the scientific name for a pig? I have no idea, Squirtle. Gulo from Wolverine? Is that true? I don't know if that's true. That sounds sus. As the kids say, clip clap. Gulo means glutton in Latin? Clip, I don't want you to get me wrong. It sounds like you're just making up shit. It sounds like you're just making shit up and daring me to look it up. It sounds like you're like, I bet I could say anything, and he'll look it up on Google. Then why didn't they ever call Wolverine that in X-Men? They had like 18 movies. They could have done it at any time. And those writers sure were running out of shit to do with that guy. Anyway, happy writer's strike, everybody. Soon, all of your favorite TV shows and movies will be made by AI, because movie studios would rather have computers do the work that humans could do than pay them. Because, hey, if they paid them a fair wage, they may not be able to buy second yachts. And you don't know what it's like to buy the second yacht. The feeling of accomplishment that you get when you board the second yacht, ugh. The second yacht feeling, you can't even bottle it. I like the Lonnie Tunes. Oh, man. So I wasn't following it too closely. And I'll be honest, I don't know the specifics extremely well. But I do know that they did have a list of demands. I looked at those demands. And what was shocking is how many of them received absolutely no response from the other side. The fact that one group of people was like, hey, I think this is important, and they just were like, we'll acknowledge half of what you're saying. Which is kind of basically like saying, only half of what you're saying is important to us. And one of the things they didn't respond to was like, hey, could you guys promise you're not gonna just use AI to, like, change our work? if you don't like something, like you'll actually go through channels to collaborate, and they're all like, we're not going to respond to that. Like, wow, that's really shitty. Because not acknowledging or responding is almost the equivalent of saying, oh no, we're totally going to do that. If we need to change your script here, why would we talk to you when we can just talk to ChatGPT? Hey, ChatGPT, could you make this a little more snazzier, you know? And what? Why am I bitching? I'm not a writer in Hollywood. I do appreciate good shit. Oh, damn. 10 combo. That's a big combo. At least for me. I feel like I threw out a lot of lines and it didn't get me shit. Oh, that's something. Well, I think, and I might be wrong, but I think South Park literally did an episode where they just had the ending written by ChatGPT. Like, they wrote it into a corner, and then they just let ChatGPT kind of come up with the ending, and it was very weird. One, it felt like old school South Park, which made me think it had to be ChatGPT. Not to say that they've made, like, a solid change in their tone, but, like, if you told ChatGPT to make a South Park episode, they would go through all of their history, which would include the early years, which had kind of a formula to it. Can you guess what song lyrics came from Rain Makes Corn, Corn Makes Whiskey? Well, that's some shitty country song, isn't it? Because I heard a comedian make fun of it once. And I was like, well, that sounds like a song I'll never want to fucking listen to. I don't even remember early South Park. I binged so much at one point I can't remember. Oh, South Park. South Park got me through a lot. It has a very special place in my heart. I'm gonna be real bummed when that show eventually winds down, because I can't imagine those guys will want to do it forever. And they really don't have to. With how much money they got on this last deal that they got, it's like they do not have to do this ever again. And they're still making money on Book of Mormon, I'm sure. And South Park will be making money well into the future, so... Your sister blasted that song? Your sister is mean. That's one thing that I can really thank my parents for. My parents had very decent taste in music. Like, I grew up in the church, as the kids say, and my parents were not listening to that shit. They were like, we're gonna listen to, like, good music, though. They're like, yeah, you know... Kirk, I know that you're into going to church and all that, but we're not gonna listen to that music, because, it's bad. I was like, okay. My dad's like, Meatloaf. I was like, fuck yeah. Rules. David Bowie, Elton John, Bob Seger. John Cougar Mellencamp. No! She's going through a phase in high school. So that phase was listening to shitty music. I guess we all went through that. I was listening to Limp Bizkit. You know, we all had our moments. We all had our moments listening to garbage. We all had them. And the reason, and I'm going to say something, the reason Limp Bizkit is having a resurgence is because there is some modern metal that doesn't sound too different from Limp Bizkit. Not saying that they were trendsetters or anything, that they were like ahead of their time. I'm just saying that there's stuff now that sounds close enough to the Limp Bizkit of the past that it wasn't surprising that they'd make a little bit of a resurgence. Oh, Limp Bizkit. They did the song for frickin' Mission Impossible 2. They were popular enough to get a song for a major motion picture. That's crazy. That's really crazy when you think about it. Like, it wasn't just, like, just some shitty, like, R-rated comedy or something. It was a movie that they were trying to make money on. Like, all 4 quadrants money. And they were like, you know, people really seem to like this Limp Bizkit band. Maybe we should have them do, like, kind of a different kind of feel on the Mission Impossible theme. And nobody was like, what are you talking about? I might try to join in on the next match. Oh, shit. Squirtle. Coming in hot. His Switch is finally charged. I mean, I probably shouldn't judge too hard. Mine's always charged because it's always on the thing. I never really take it. I don't do a lot of mobile gaming. I remember I basically got the Switch for this game. And the promise that BioShock would eventually come to it, and then it was mobile BioShock, but I never did that, because BioShock, I feel like, deserves a comfy chair, a good scotch, and your undivided attention. Like, I don't think I'd play it, like, on a long car journey, or... You're gonna forget again, and it's fine. We make mistakes. It's not a bad thing. It's not like you've committed a crime. It's not like you've hurt people. Other than me. I'm just kidding. Just messing around. Just joshing. Boom. Felt like got rid of a whole lot of blocks there and then just got all of them back. Stacy's mom is now playing. Stacy's mom has got it going on. She's all that I want, and I've waited for so long. That, before the advent of inappropriate websites on the internet, and reminder, this is a stream designated for mature audiences, and if you're watching and you're not of mature audiences, that is a decision you've made yourself, and I'm not responsible for. But before the advent and really popularization of internet pornography, Stacy's mom's music video was flagrant. It was unnecessary. Wasn't doing bad last time. Like, Stacy's mom was like, hot diggity damn. Maybe it's just because I wasn't going looking for that stuff, but I remember thinking that video was maybe a little too much. A little too sinful, as my youth pastor would say. Salacious. Brimming with hellfire. Sure, we can acknowledge that Stacy's mom is attractive, but does she really have it going on? You know who's got it going on? Jesus. I want to do that for the rest of the stream. The cool, cool youth pastor from the 90s. Oh my god. I can't even focus now. Hold on, we'll get there, hold on. The band name Fountains of Wayne isn't much better. You are right. You are right, CS. And also, hello. Welcome to the stream. I hope you enjoy at least some of it. Oh my gosh. Is she really all that you want? You know what I thought you'd want? The gates of heaven. Eternal life. That's what I thought you'd want. Stacy's mom might be all that you want, but you know what you're gonna get, Satan? Oh my gosh. And these Limp Bizkit guys, they're doing it all for the Nookie? And where's that where's that cookie going? They say stick it up your, yeah, where is that? Huh? Tell you where it isn't. It isn't in the pews on Sunday. I'll tell you that right now. Oh wow. Oh wow, oh wow. These are some bad moves. I'm doing some bad situations. There we go. That's really frustrating what happened there, but I can only move forward with the situation. I hope that impression was funny. I'll probably do more when I'm not, you know, fighting for my life out here in Tetris 99. I'll actually get a top 10 finish out of this evening. And also, you brought up a good point, CS. Fountains of Wayne is a very interesting band name when you think about it. Fountains of Wayne? Are we talking about fountains of the water of eternal life? Achieved through Jesus Christ? Through his ultimate sacrifice? And I want to be clear. And it might seem like I'm walking back, and I'm really not. I am not trying to demean anyone who actually believes in the tenets of Christianity. I am demeaning youth pastors that would use popular culture to try and relate to people instead of just acknowledging, like, it's a catchy song. People like catchy songs. I lurk in 99 streams. I also bought my Switch specifically for this game. See? CS, because you understand quality. CS 188. I was not going to buy a Switch, and then I saw this game, and I was like, that game looks great. And then some time went by, and more time went by, and then I got a line on Switches, because much like anything Nintendo doesn't make enough for us to just buy it. It turns into a goddamn American Gladiators event just to try and get a Switch, where you're watching drops on Walmart and Best Buy to try and get yourself a Switch. And somebody happened to be watching one and was like, hey, looks like they got extras. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to get me a Switch. I'm going to get me a Switch. I'm going to throw Tetris 99 on that bad boy. I'm going to play. And eventually do streams where I pretend to be a youth pastor. From the 90s and 2000s, of course. Because when did that song, Stacy's Mom, come out? Someone who has a Google ability. What year did that come out? Because I feel like that's... I want to say 90s, but that was not 90s. That was like early 2000s, right? 2003? I knew it. I knew it. You know, Black Eyed Peas are asking, where's the love? I'll tell you where it is. It's right there in that Bible. You've been looking for it? It's right there. Okay, Fergie. Look no further than John 3:16. There is a weird art to it, right? Like there's a language and like a cadence. Oh my gosh. I dropped a Kirk meme. Oh god. In the Discord, I assume. It isn't that good, though. If it isn't that good, then... if you don't have faith in it... you can't stop laughing at your own joke. I'm just glad you caught that photo with the I Love Wieners hat on. That's another thing, CS, in case you weren't aware. The hat I'm wearing is for the hot dog stand Wiener Schnitzel, and it just says I love wieners on it. Because I do love wieners. Wiener Schnitzel wieners. They are delicious. Probably not very nutritious, but will get the job done when you got a hankering for chili dogs. Like Sonic. I just want to do more. Make a channel where you make fun of your church pastor in the Discord. Hey, cool. I'm also a Wiener fan. See, yes, the more we learn about you, the more you deserve to be here. Deserve? The more you should be here. Deserve, I mean. That makes it sound like a punishment. I don't know what you did, CS, but you really deserve to be here. Boom, just KOs left and right. It'd be fun to find out that my my stream is punishment if you get caught with marijuana type products. I guess that means that I don't kill the vibe. It's a compliment. Because I know that sometimes, if you can't control your edibles, you know, things don't go well. You know, things don't end up well. It's legal and well, I mean, it's legal where I am as well. I'm in Southern California. Where, hey, have some weed. Are you from the city of New York? The Big Apple? Where it never sleeps? Finally legal in Minnesota. I thought it was always legal in Minnesota, because if you have to live in Minnesota, it might as well be legal to smoke weed there. Boom! Taken down where you live. Like a real boy. Upstate New York. Oh. Alright. Alright. My brother, up until recently, lived out there. He is now back in sunny Southern California. Friends out in the Bronx? That was a bad idea. I don't know why I'm building up that side. I don't know what I think I'm gonna do. Shnikes. Uh-oh. We got ourselves a real barn burner here, folks. We're kind of at the level where really only I can screw myself up. And it's been a pretty positive stream so far. Sometimes I get pretty frustrated. It becomes visibly clear that I'm not doing well with the games, but today is not like that. At least not so far. Mm-hmm. Boom, okay. 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 Turning into Mr. Mackey. That's how you know things are serious. That was bad. That was a bad move. That was a real bad move. And it may have just ended the run here, and it looks like it did. Top 5. Top 5 finish. Every time I eat an edible, I trip hard. I don't trust edibles. I'm not saying that I have or have not enjoyed marijuana, but I will say edibles are nothing to trifle with. They can give you a bad time. I end up forgetting the time. Time goes by fast, and then it's going slowly, and then my head aches. And that's not what you want to do. That's not the kind of time you want to have if you are enjoying the marijuana. I'm a lightweight, so I forget to not eat an entire edible. Also, weed, like that's something that I talked to my father about, who he may or may not have used marijuana for pain relief during a time in which he had some pain. Which is why you would use pain relief. Welcome to my TED Talk on redundancy. Pain relief is when you relieve pain because you have pain that needs relieving. So you relieve that pain with pain relief and then hopefully your pain is relieved by the relief given by pain reliever. So, I remember having that discussion with him because, I mean, he was a kid at one point when marijuana was around, but it's funny because he went to a shop because it is now legal in California. They have shops that look like Apple stores that you could just walk into and buy marijuana, and just the look on his face of like, not like joy, it wasn't like he's at Disneyland, but just like the confusion and like awe of how the future is so different. Because it's like, he's like, back in my day, you just had to know a guy, and you got it in like a paper bag, and you hoped it wasn't bad, and wasn't laced with anything. You saw a guy in a weed costume today? Did you, or were you just high? Oh, you like to get high? You know where you can also get high? Heaven. High in the house of the Lord. But it's a natural high, you know. One that doesn't need to be acquired through sin. Should I have an edible then? I'm not saying you should. I would never suggest people take drugs. Especially if I do not know your age. Never. I am of the firm belief, and this isn't just to protect my own ass, this is the truth. I do believe that you should not do drugs until you are probably 21. And the only reason I say that is because drugs will mess with your mind, and your mind is still forming when you're a child. My mom would like to listen to Kirk preaching the Lord's words. How funny, this has never happened on, I don't think it has, this has never happened on Church Has Glasses, which is just Kirk Has Glasses on Sunday. I never used this character, really. Oh, I did, but it wasn't passive-aggressive, in relation to popular culture. It was just, she'd enjoy this. Your mom into Jesus? Like, is she into Jesus? That's a great South Park episode. Faith Plus One. Oh my gosh, that episode is genius. You just take regular love songs and you add Jesus stuff to them. Bro, what? Hi, we just want to talk about your lyrics. It sounds like you might actually be in love with Christ. Love Christ and love with Christ? What's the difference? God damn, now I want to watch South Park. Let's stop the stream and let's watch South Park. We play metal and hardcore, but with lyrics that inspire faith in Christ. Wow, you guys are pretty hardcore. You bet your gosh darn rear end we are. Like POD? Does anybody remember POD? Oh, everybody knows POD. They had Youth of a Nation. That was like their big hit after 9/11, huh? Anybody remember POD? Super Christian band, but they kept it on the down low. Had a song with Katy Perry when she loved Jesus, but then she found out she could make more money by being sexual. Anybody? POD? Payable on death? Katy Perry was into Jesus until it didn't make any money, then quickly changed it, huh? Anybody? Before she kissed a girl, she loved Jesus, and songs with POD that I'm sure her current agency is trying to bury. Youth of a Nation's the only song I know from them. They had some other hits. Let me rephrase. I think they had one other hit. I don't remember what it was called. Oh, Here Comes the Boom. I don't know if that's actually the title, but I know that that was the big lyric in the song. Youth of the Nation. That brings back memories. And Switchfoot, bro. If you went to church in the early 2000s, you heard at least 3 Switchfoot songs, enough to have them memorized, not by choice. And CS got one. He had one in the chamber. I don't even know. I shouldn't gender you. CS had it in the chamber. Ba-bah! Dare you to move. You beat me? Holy shit, Squirtle. I didn't even notice. I'm sorry. I should have acknowledged your victory, man. Congratulations. You know, some of us would show humility. Huh? Like a little guy named Jesus. I should stop being passive-aggressive even as a joke. Meant to live. And then there was was it Welcome to the Planet? Or was that Dare You to Move? They had a third song. I know they had a third song. Because there was always 3 songs that showed up in every mix. And it was like, yep. Beautiful letdown. We all heard it. I remember very, very vividly going to a Christian bookstore that had compact discs. And the person who was running the store was going over some compact discs with one of the patrons, and they were looking at some albums. Okay, well let's not get too big for our britches here, Squirtle. Okay, let's not start saying that you've surpassed me in Tetris skill. Let's hold on. But while we were in that this is the 3rd time it's happened. I mean, I don't keep account of right and wrongs. Because love doesn't do that. That's like Galatians in that one verse that everybody reads at their wedding for their first marriage. Oh man, we're really hammering Christians this evening, huh? Really going at it. Look, Squirtle, I'm glad you're getting better at Tetris. Maybe you are better than me. Maybe I have let it slip and I need to release the crown. But you could take it from my cold, dead hands. But at that Christian bookstore, in the story I didn't finish, the person running the store was... Wow, I'm about to lose this match right now, too. Yep. Lost this match, too. There was somebody looking at Reliant K albums. And the person who ran the store was like, oh, if you're into Blink-182, this will scratch that itch for you. And I had that Reliant K album and the Blink-182 albums, and I was like, that's not true. That's not true at all. Is Reliant K good? Yes. Are they as good as the genre-defying, one of the most important bands of the last 20 years good? No. No, they are not. Will I listen to a Reliant K album? Sure. But there's nobody going, what? Reliant K is going to be at Coachella with the original lineup? Well, let's spend hundreds of dollars to see them. That title only goes to Linkin Park. Oh, Linkin Park. You know, I surprisingly listened to a very small amount of Linkin Park. I don't think they're bad. Like, they had bangers on bangers for sure. But I've never, I didn't listen to them a whole lot. Well, they were... Yeah, they were up there. For sure. And honestly, in a sea of, like, the new metal spectrum, they're probably the best sonically. Who we would end up kind of like going back and going, okay, well this, with age, this still sounds good. When nu metal had a bunch of stuff that we're looking back and we're going, were we all just angry? And sometimes we were. That's a great documentary if you have the time. I think it's like a 3-part documentary on Woodstock 99 on Netflix. I think there's one on Netflix and there's another one, a different one on HBO, which is now going to be called Max for some reason, instead of HBO Max. That's a fun documentary about how an entire generation of people were just assholes. Just assholes. Like, we wanted to have Woodstock again, but instead of a generation of peace and love, where bad shit happened, but it wasn't like the main point. It was like, instead, what if it was just a bunch of assholes, and we gave them a bunch of alcohol, and it was hot, and they just lived in their own filth. And then they rioted. Anyway, favorite Linkin Park song? I don't know the name of it. Because, like I said, I didn't listen to a lot of Linkin Park. Shit. What is the song? Because I'm remembering the video. Like, the video was completely green screen. Is it In the End? In the end, it doesn't really matter. One thing. I don't know why. It doesn't even matter how hard to try. That song. One step closer to they got good songs. They got bangers, man. Like, no one, you're not gonna get me on record saying that Linkin Park doesn't have bangers. They have bangers. Okay? Stop yelling at me. In the End. Yeah, it's a good song. You know who I've been getting into lately, and they had a big run in the 2000s. And I missed out on getting concert tickets to see them around here, and it pissed me off because I really do want to see them again, because it took me too many years to finally see them in concert. The Hives. Jesus. You were anticipating another visit from passive aggressive early 2000s preacher, which is not what I was doing. That's pretty funny. Yeah, dude, the Hives, I finally saw them in Utah because they had a tour with Refuse, which is another good band in my opinion, and they looked like they weren't coming to LA, but I had a friend in Utah who was super cool, and we were like, hey, we want to go to this concert. Can we go to your place and stay with you and go to this concert? I'll get your ticket. And I saw the Hives and Refused, and it was the shit. The Hives are so much fun. And I wanted to go to that show in, I think they're having a show in Pomona, and I wanted to go so bad, and I didn't get tickets in time, and it pissed me off. We should do a karaoke channel on the Discord. Dude, it's such a good show live. It's so much fun. Like, it's just energy the entire time, and like, it's just happiness and good time. It's, the Hives are awesome. Here's the thing, okay? The Discord has a lot of channels already, and we don't use them. Like, we barely use the ones we have. That is why I'm not super into every time we get another one suggested, because I feel like it won't actually get used. And every couple days I think about, I should just kind of consolidate these Discord channels again, and then I forget to. You saw My Chemical Romance, did you? That is a band that I just slept on completely, I guess. Like, I knew they had some good songs, but I wasn't, like, actively listening to them, and then I woke up and didn't realize that everybody loved them as much as, like, I don't know a good example. Some people love Metallica. Like, I did not realize how deep the My Chemical Romance was, like, with people until they announced their reunion, and I was like, really? Pierce the Veil? I think I saw them once on a Warped Tour. But I mean no offense, I was not there to see them specifically. I don't even remember who I was there to see. But I know Pierce the Veil was there, and I think I walked by them. A voice chat room for karaoke? That sounds like chaos. It'll just turn into me humming the Tetris theme. Yep, and 14. I think I did see Pierce the Veil. It seems like a band I've seen. Maybe on like a festival or something. It's crazy. That's the craziest thing about listening to like metal and hardcore. You'll see bands on different bills with each other, where you're like I saw the band Acacia Strain like 4 times, and I don't like the Acacia Strain. They just happen to be playing with bands I like all the time. There's another band called Capsize, who I've seen like 3 or 4 times, and it's not because I like Capsize. It's because Capsize always seems to be playing with the bands I want to see. What is, like, when I think about bands I really dig, I think of bands like that I could put any song of theirs on and I'll like it. Like, I could put their whole discography on random and I'll dig it. And there's not a lot of bands that I do that with. One of them is the Hives. Another would be a band that has recently, and by recently I mean within like the last 2 years, broke up, called Every Time I Die. I could listen to any of their albums on repeat for like an entire day. I'm actually wearing their merch right now. And I have several of their hats and their shirts, and I've seen them a bunch of times. But the Hives is on that list too. The band... Whoa, guys. What in the H? Why is everybody stepping at me right now? The band Streetlight Manifesto, ska band from New Jersey. I could put on any of their songs and just dig it. Wow, that was a bad move. Bad moves here, bad moves there, bad moves everywhere. What about you guys? Bands you can just put on random, and you're gonna like whatever comes up. Because I can get into moods. Like, there's just, like, what is a good mood band? The hardcore band Terror. I've worn their merch on stream a couple times. The hardcore band Terror. I'm more into just single artists. Like who? Give us some examples. You don't have to. I'm just saying. Because I don't really like anybody like that. A lot of bands. I was into John Legend for a while, but then he got married to Chrissy Teigen, and then all the songs were about her, and I was like, I'm bored. Oh my gosh, am I gonna lose this one early too? What the hell, dude? It's like, jeez, everybody was coming after me. I listed Rocky Montgomery songs. Fujikaze, unlike Pluto, Cave Town, Jason Mraz. Oh, right, I could listen to Coldplay and Imagine Dragons. There's a band called Dredge. D-R-E-D-G. Go, Kirk, break out those T-spins, homie. Shining Star 75. One, I know that we have such a long-standing friendship that you can break out homie with me, and it's not weird. Also, Kurt is not my actual name. Thank you for the encouragement, Shining Star. I appreciate. T-spins are kind of my weak link, that is for sure. Thanks for coming by. Bug Eyes was Dredge's kind of big hit. But their first album, I can't remember the name of it right now. Their first album was dope. Second album also dope. Catch Without Arms. Kirk is close enough though. Is it though? I don't know what your real name is, Clip Clap. And I don't know if you've grown up in a world where no one can say your name right. Even when they read it. Oh, that's right. It is in your name. Whoops. I'm not even that upset about it. It's just funny because, like, they had to read it. Like, Shining Star had to read it. Though, I guess they didn't. What was I gonna say? I do need to work on my T-spins. I do need to work on that. Because I've seen it work out oh so well for people. But Dredge is one of those bands, like, I have to be in the mood. Where, like, I'm just, you know what? In a Dredge mood. Dredge is going to be what I'm playing for the next couple hours. Like, that I just get into those moods. A band that I used to play no matter what I was feeling, doing, Brand New was one of my favorite bands, but after, you know, those old allegations that are then not refuted well by the person who was being alleged, you kind of don't want to listen to their music anymore. At least I do not. That's a bummer, because Brand New was kind of like my emo band. Like, I didn't listen to emo bands, I just listened to Brand New. And now, I am adrift in a world without an emo band to listen to. For those times where you just feel emo. You know who also felt emo? Jesus. And he's back. Early 2000s youth pastor. Clip Clap was right there. He's right there for the assist. You know who also had to deal with a lot of feelings? Jesus. You know, they say Ohio is for lovers. So's Jerusalem. You know who also had a lot to deal with and really didn't have anywhere to turn? You're thinking Jesus? No, Mary, actually. Yeah. It's all because Brand New had a song called Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ, I'm alone again. So what did you do those 3 days you were dead? Because this problem's gonna last more than a weekend. I used to love that band. It's just grody to listen to them now. Like, it feels wrong to me. I'm not judging anybody who still listens to them. That's your decision. Like, it feels weird. It doesn't feel fun anymore. It's just a bummer. Oh, I only have 50. I don't even have a strategy right now. I'm just dropping stuff. It's funny you mentioned biblically accurate angels. I actually bought a Lego piece that is supposed to look like a biblically accurate angel, because I was like, that's just funny. If someone's gonna sell that, I need to buy it. What about the Red Hot Chili Peppers? They got some hits, dude. You cannot deny the power of Red Hot Chili Peppers, and you cannot deny the acting talent of Flea. That dude is in a few fantastic films. Not just one, a few. He is in Back to the Future 2 and 3. He is also in The Big Lebowski. He is also in a movie that some people may not find great, but I have a small place in my heart for it, and I think it holds up fairly well considering. Is a movie called Son-in-Law, starring Pauly Shore, who I watched a different movie of his. I won't say which, because I don't want you to make the mistake of watching it like I did. He can make some pretty shitty movies, but Son-in-Law is pretty dope. Listening to Can't Stop by them. They do have some good songs. They do have some pretty darn good songs. And, like, such a clear, like, defining style that, like, nobody really could ever match. And they still play, despite the fact that I think Flea has, like, intense arthritis. And somehow he, like, from what I've heard, and I could be completely wrong, and this could be based on lies, so stop listening to me. But supposedly he has, like, a hard time with his hands just doing regular activities, but once he gets a bass in his hands, he's, like, turns into a monster. Nickelback. Wow. You know, I don't have anything bad to say about Nickelback because I don't really think about them. Like, they had some hits I didn't really listen to, and they exist, and that's fine with me. There are plenty of bands I don't listen to that exist that I don't have to acknowledge, and Nickelback is just one of many. If you like them, congratulations. I'm glad you like things. But people who have, like, this intense hatred for them, it's like, all you do is help them. Oh, that is not... Oh my gosh, that wasn't the piece I thought it was. At least we're not angry tonight. At least we're not angry tonight. Focus on the positives. Not angry. What concert could you attend for 45 cents? A 50 cents concert featuring Nickelback. You know, Lizzie just yepped. Oh my gosh. did you find that photograph in the club? Now that's a tag for your 50 Cent. That's a 50 Cent and Nickelback reference for that concert you just said. That was a bad drop. Did it possibly keep me from victory? Maybe. I don't think so. I don't think I was going to win that one anyway. But it was a bad drop. You guys think Shining Star left? There's just too much bad playing. Like, this dude is not T-spinning. He's doing dumb Jesus jokes. There's puns happening. I don't have time for this. I gotta shine. I'm a shining star. You know, another band on my bucket list to see live? System of a Down. I want to see System of a Down live once. Because I bet it's probably rad. It's probably a rad show. The Hives were on that bucket list for quite some time, and it took just kind of like the perfect show for it to happen. And I feel like I'm never going to end up seeing System of a Down. Seems like it'll always be a really, really expensive ticket, and I'll have to watch some other garbage to see them. Oh no. We've infected CS with the with the pun disease. It's traveling. Wake up. And what do you eat before you go to the concert? Chop suey. Nah, you eat table. Oh man. I remember because wow. What is even the point now? Oh man. Oh wow, that was bad. Do I would love extra fiber table. Oh my gosh, I didn't even answer your question, Lizzie. You asked 69. Nice. You did ask what we're watching on Monday. Well, I don't like to reveal that until the day of, but the movie that we were supposed to watch this Monday, then I was not feeling well. I ended up taking a 4-hour nap and feeling nauseous most of the day, so I was not down to stream. But assuming all goes according to plan, next Monday night, we will be watching a, looks like everyone's sick this month. We're going to be watching a movie called Island of Terror. Unless I find out it's not actually in the public domain between now and next Monday. Which is possible, it's happened before. Or I found out movies are not exactly in the public domain, and I'm like, well, then we're not watching it, because what's the point? Yes. Don't know what you do Monday nights, but if you enjoy movies, Monday nights we watch movies here at Kirk Has Glasses. And actually, I have a lot of, like, really cheesy sci-fi movies lined up. Because the dramas can be real hit or miss. Like the goofy sci-fi and horror stuff, you can at least expect something entertaining most of the time. But the dramas, a lot of times it's just like we're watching people who thought they could sing 60 years ago singing for way too long. And you're like, okay, well, maybe we're done with this. Getting bad drops. I've gotten past the peak. Now I'm just playing Tetris. Oh man, do we have anybody out here in the chat that has seen the new Guardians movie and can answer one question? Will it make me cry? And if you're wondering, do you cry in movies? I sure can. If the mood brings me to it. And I had a feeling just based on what I could see from like previews, I was like, I think James Gunn is gonna make us cry. And I had a feeling that that is what Guardians 3 is bringing. Tears. Which I don't even think is a bad thing. I just don't want to do that in public for a film about Marvel characters. When I know it's going to be on Disney Plus in a matter of months. Turning into bad drop, Kirk. Seems like everybody left. I'm all alone. There's no one here beside me. My problems have all gone. I don't remember the lyrics. Back pain. That's a bummer. You know what heals back pain? Marijuana. You thought I was gonna say Jesus. You thought I was gonna say Jesus. You gotta keep them guessing. You know who keeps you guessing? Jesus. So, oh, that took a turn. Some front pain heals back pain. Are you saying he should just like get hit in the nuts or something? When I said System of a Down, the band started playing? Oh wow. I'm a wizard. There was a very funny video of, I believe it was Rick Rubin, the guy who produced that very successful System of a Down album, talking about how he really didn't get what the hell was going on with that band. He's like, I don't know what it is, but they got it. And then that song came out and it was just huge. And it's like, yeah, that band is so weird. Like, on paper, what do you think about it? The style and the lyrics and the singing, it was crazy. You're a wizard, Kirk. You can be anything you want except transgender, according to the person who created this world. And hey, were you guys all excited that they're rebooting that whole world again, and they're probably going to do the same thing for Lord of the Rings? Because we We can't come up with our own ideas. You need lemon? You know, while the stream tries to provide what it can, the one thing it cannot provide is actually lemons. I don't think I have a good shot, though. I don't even have 2 full... Oh, shoot. Hello. Thank you for the follow, and I am doing alright. This is the best match of Tetris I've had so far. So you might be my good luck charm person whose name I can't read because of the game that I'm in. That was bad. That was bad. Yep, we're done. Number 2! Dark God HP AF Runner. Well, I gotta say, your name's intense, and I appreciate the boost you gave me right towards the end, but I lost to whatever that is, because I don't speak that language. And, you know what? Thank you, CS. I really appreciate it. You know, this was the best we've done tonight, and we got a couple more games in us, but I really feel God in this Shakey's Pizza tonight. That was a fucked up line from The Office, a show that everybody keeps rewatching and wondering why there's nothing better on television that they don't look for. I deserve pizza? I always deserve pizza. That's not true. Sometimes I don't deserve pizza. I haven't had pizza in a while, Clip Clap. You're making me think about pizza. It's going to be distracting for the game, but it might guarantee that I get pizza tomorrow. That show that has bullshit. You know who also deserves pizza? Little Hebrew handyman named Jesus. Yeah, that was one of my favorite lines from Community, a show that I watch all the time. Like, people watch The Office. It was just one of those lines where it was like, a little Hebrew handyman, and I was like... oh my gosh. Wow. Wow. So, this is... Yep, this is bad news bears. That would have been embarrassing to go from 2 to whatever the hell that would have been. was rough. That was rough, everybody. Everybody calm down. Oh my goodness. The bad drops are just, they're just happening tonight. Okay, all right. Everybody, okay, we got it under control. Everything's fine now. Sure, we got a little out of pocket there. We got a little rambunctious. But we brought it back together. We got it under control now. Theoretically. All right. They've been really coming after me on this game. Oh my gosh. There we go. Alright, well. I wish I could have, you know, dropped some sort of impression of the early 2000s pastor or some type of conversation about music, but I'm just getting attacked in this game. I'm gonna read while I watch you play. You can't do both. Then you won't focus on what you're reading. And what are you reading? Is it the Bible? Are you looking for all those things people say are in there that aren't? Oh, it's like the controller stopped. As I was getting over there, the controller just stopped moving the pieces. I just need one of these to go my way, please. No. I have ADD, and no, it's a history book. I do that sometimes. I remember my brother betted me $30 I couldn't read the Bible in a month. I never got those $30. Yeah, the Bible, you know, the Bible's got a lot of filler, you know. The reason that that when you go to mass that they got all the numbers out and they've picked out the parts, because if you just start, you know, you got to get through a lot of history. I read 100 books a month. Is that true, Lizzie? That sounds suspicious. Sounds suspiciously like lies. I mean, I don't want to say you're lying. It's embarrassing how little I read. I should be reading way more. But the thing is, it's like when I get a book that I'm down with, like I'll read that sucker super fast and I'll be all over it. But it's just finding those books, and I know they're out there. There's so many books. And I understand with the ADDs and the whatnot, it ain't easy. Your attention is deficit, and it's a disorder. What? Really? What even happened? Like, that game specifically was like, you know what? Screw you. Like, I felt like I didn't even have any time. You win some, you lose some. I'm trying to get every level. You know, I got number 2 and 94. Oh, I didn't see the H, sorry. Sorry, I missed the H. Depending on how this one goes, it might be. I know the difference. I missed an H. I'm sorry. I was busy losing that game of Tetris 99. Okay, you don't have to go through all of them. You might have to go through RLS. I don't know exactly what that is, but OCD I'm aware. ADD and ADHD I'm aware of. Restless legs syndrome. Oh. I knew what that was, but I did not ever think of. Wow. I am losing it. I can't think of words. I haven't been diagnosed with anything, but I think I have some sort of OCD. People have said it in reaction to some of my behaviors, so I think I have a feeling I do. I got it. Oh wow. Okay. Yeah, it must be quitting time pretty soon. I'm doing terrible drops. I can't even remember what I have saved in my hold. I'm making bad moves all over the joint. It's closing time. And you know what else was closing time? Your time. On when? How did that drop there? I was gonna make a apocalypse joke as early 2000s preacher, but I... Oh, are you kidding? You have that intrusive thinking, Kirk? Oh, yeah. For sure. Yeah, I can imagine that's probably a it's a bad combo. It's a bad combination. It's not the combo plate you want. Yeah, I don't have ADHD. I can focus. You know, I can focus on a task. OCD, probably. Intrusive thinking all the time. Doing certain behaviors that make absolutely no sense to most people that I feel like I have to do in order to be comfortable in a situation. Yeah, I do that as well. Yep. Mini T-spin. We should work on some T-spins, huh? Yep, sounds like OCD. I can focus if I'm like, we're doing... What the hell? What the hell? My controller died in the middle of that. Oh my gosh, it's telling me this has to be the last game. You draw better when it's on something you probably should eventually turn in. I don't think I draw good or better in any situation. I just enjoy when I'm drawing on something that I can make a part of what I'm drawing. That's why I always loved at my old job when they had like post-it notes or something that included something on the post-it note, like a hat or like a logo, then you could doodle on it and include the thing in what you're doodling. I always thought that was cool. Because then it gives you a chance to, like a prompt almost. And so instead of, oh, I have to come up with something completely on my own, it's like, no, I'm just modifying what's already there. Well, no, my controller is charged. As you can see, I didn't grab another controller, it just disconnected. Squirtle. Okay, before you start talking shit. It had nothing to do with charging of the equipment. The equipment was charged. The problem was the connectivity of the equipment, which I don't understand what happened there, but we're past it now. Son of a bitch. And in on a 44. 45. Can't even give me 44. No, Squirtle, you weren't. You were challenging my manhood, and I refuse to accept it. And that is the essence of all toxic masculinity. Thank you for coming today. I appreciate it. I don't know if was it CS? I was talking to you quite a bit, and I don't know if you're here anymore, but CS 188, that was pretty cool hanging out with you. Hopefully I'll see you again. Dark God HPF Runner, cool name. Hopefully I'll talk to you later. Jesus was here with us. You know who enjoyed this discussion? Jesus. I don't know if he did. You know, Shining Star 75 came in with the encouragement and support. I appreciate it. Clip Clap, Lizzie, Squirtle, thanks for hanging out. I appreciate every second you spend watching this nonsense. And hopefully I will be here Sunday. I don't know. I'm thinking the Sunday morning. I don't know if I'm going to keep doing it. Seems like an off time. I know Squirtle comes by and hangs out. And sometimes we get Felix there. But I don't know. Thinking about changing things up. Who knows what life has for us. But thank you for coming by. Next Monday should be Island of Terror. Unless I find out I can't play it. Thanks for the follow, Dark God. I appreciate it. Son of a bitch. Well, Lizzie's out here making jokes and making me drink at the end of the stream. Thank you, everybody. Have a good night, and I will hopefully see you next time. Join the Discord if you're not in there already. Jeez. Catch you later. Bye.